Hare Krishna. Do we have anybody who can play cartels? And maybe Mridanga also? Somebody playing Mridanga? Jaya Radha Madhava Kandaviyare Jaya Radha Madhava Kandaviyare Gopidana Vallabha Givaradare Gopidana Vallabha Givaradare Yasharanandana Vachajanarandana Yasharanandana Vachajanarandana Yamunatira Vanachare Yamunatira Vanachare Jaya Radha Madhava Kandaviyare Jaya Radha Madhava Kandaviyare Gopidana Vallabha Givaradare Gopidana Vallabha Givaradare Yasharanandana Vachajanarandana Yasharanandana Vachajanarandana Yamunatira Vanachare Yamunatira Vanachare Jaya Radha Madhava Krishna Vihare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Nitagani Bharani Bhau, Hare Bhau, Nitagani Bhau. Nitai Gaura Premanande Srila Prabhupada ki. Can I have the lid just as a table on top of it? God, there's so much noise, you know. Just leave it like that. Yeah, just put the lid on top and then I use that as a table. Perfect. Thank you. But you probably have some old thing there which is too old. Maybe I introduce myself. Let me introduce myself. Om Agyantimandasya Gyananjala Shalakaya Chakshun Militam Dina Tasmai Shri Gove Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manupistam Saparam Yanuvutale Swayam Upakaram Mayam Danati Swavadantikam Namam Vishnupada Krishna Pista Vuttale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitya Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Govani Pachayane Nivishesha Shunyavadi Pasatara Satarine Vanchakapa Tubasha Kripa Sinvevacha Paditanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Go Bhaktabinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay, so I am very happy to have the opportunity to visit you here in North Sydney and share a few thoughts and realizations tonight. Since there may be some people who I am meeting the first time, I will just briefly introduce myself. So my name is Devaki Davidasi. I am originally coming from Germany, but I have not lived there for 37 years actually. So I was traveling the world looking for a higher purpose to life. And here in Australia, I met the devotees in 1985. And I spent almost 4 years in the Brahmacharini ashram here upstairs. And around the corner, we rented a house. And yes, and then I was also married for 10 years. And in that time, we pioneered the first more organized temple in the former Soviet Union, which was a very wonderful adventure and pioneer work. I learned a lot of things during that time, which are now helpful for my humble preaching efforts. So, and then 1999, my former husband left Krishna consciousness and left me. And I took this as Krishna's mercy and moved on to the next phase in life, to the renounced phase in life. So since 1999, I've basically been living out of a suitcase. And I usually spend 5 months per year visiting all different temples around India and Bangladesh. Anybody here from Bangladesh? No. And the rest of the year, the other 7 months, I'm all around Europe, Western Europe, Eastern Europe. I usually go a lot to Ukraine, where now this horrible war is raging. So this is very heartbreaking to me, of course, because when you know people there, and it becomes very, very painful, the whole situation. So yes, and last time I've been to Australia is 15 years ago. So Australia has been off my tracks a little bit. But after the pandemic, I was confined to just Europe, the EU countries. So I thought, all right, let me get out and go to the other side of the world and spend some time there. So here I am. Yes, and I have established a little institute for spiritual culture, and I have put all different courses together. And because, over 20 years I've been very involved in Bangladesh and the preaching. And Bangladesh is actually East Bengal, where most of Mahaprabhu's associates come from. Like Advaita Acharya, Srivas Thakur, Rupa and Sanatan Goswami, Narottam Das Thakur, who wrote all our bhajans. They all come from that part of Bengal, which is today Bangladesh. And because it is a Muslim country, that really has preserved our Vaishnava culture. Because the Muslims are not so fond of all the modern Kali Yuga ideas, if I may say so. So, and that has kept Bangladesh so traditional. So when I'm traveling there, it's like entering the Chaitanya Charitamrita. It's really amazing. And that really has put my whole worldview upside down, actually, and really transformed me. So, and because I experienced how our Vaishnava philosophy is actually naturally to be lived, what it looks like, how beautiful it is, how sweet. Vaishnava culture is so sweet and beautiful, actually. So, yeah, so that has very much transformed my my own spiritual life and also my humble preaching efforts. So, and then I established an institute for spiritual culture. I put all different courses together. And these courses I'm now putting in book form. I've published 4 books. I'm working on the 5th one. I've got 2 more to go. And after the lecture, I will be out there on the book table. If anybody of you wants to have a look or have a talk, I'll be there. So now, the topic for tonight, I want to center around the fact that we have now a whole row of Vaishnava festivals coming up. So the topic is Vaishnava festivals, the mother of devotion. This is actually a statement of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He was saying, if we celebrate these Vaishnava festivals deeply, then they are like the mother of devotion. They bring so much bhakti from our heart. They really draw some devotion from our heart. If we know the secret of how to actually celebrate them, right? So, yes, these festivals play such an important role in life, in Vaishnava life. And actually we can see basically every religion has a lot of festivals. Christianity, we have Christmas, Easter. In many religions, unfortunately, these festivals have lost their focus on the religion. Christmas is a whole commercial thing. God is not in the center anymore, and people just drink and have barbecues and and they give each other presents, but not to God. So the focus, the religious content and focus has been very much lost. Thank you. But thank God, and hopefully this will never happen in Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtan movement. And just to introduce the topic, I want to share some little thing about my personal life. Actually, I had that good fortune, even though my parents were not as such, they were not devotees, but they were really bringing us up with spiritual principles. Quite amazingly, more than many parents in our society do. Like, for example, I grew up without television. Television was the big latest thing in my childhood, but my parents knew this is nonsense, we don't need this, And we had books at home. My mother was reading us a story every night before taking rest, and. So, and my mother is an artist, so she was really engaging us in all kinds of creative activities, and especially she was focusing on preparing for Christmas. So the whole month of December, we were actually preparing ourselves for Christmas. We were making all different crafts and art things for decoration and the Christmas cookies and so many things. And then when I grew older, I was always lamenting, God, now when you're older, these festivals lose their meaning. And I was having this theory, I was preaching it before I met the devotees. I was preaching that festivals are very important. They mark all the different, they mark the year, and I was always looking for this lifestyle with a lot of festivals. So, and then finally, after a long search, I found it, Krishna consciousness. In Krishna consciousness, we don't only have exciting festivals for kids, but also for grown-ups, Yes. And I was really looking for this, completely, And even up to this very day, festivals in Krishna consciousness, they play an important role for me, and I like to get absorbed. Like for Janmashtami, I will be in New Gokul and on the farm, and I will go to the flower market here and get some flowers and make the vases for the altar. And this is always my favorite way to tune my heart into the mood of Vaishnava festivals, Yes. Yeah, so let us understand. So tomorrow, Haribol, Either you kids talk or I talk. Yes. Yeah, so tomorrow we will start with Julan Yatra. Right? You know that? Tomorrow, for the next few evenings, we will swing the deities every evening. So this is actually how it starts. We are warming up. Then on Friday will be Balaram's appearance. So the swinging is a very nice way how to actually tune the heart into Balaram's appearance, because Lord Balaram, we will discuss on Friday, he personifies the service mood to Krishna. And in order to receive Balaram in our heart, that service mood, we are already starting with the serving of swinging them, the deities, So then comes Balaram's appearance. So Balaram is also the original guru. He's teaching us how to serve, So that we first have to learn, so that it's not a coincidence what orders these festivals are coming. So it all starts with Lord Balaram, because he is teaching us how to serve. He is the original guru. So then Krishna appears, Janmashtami. Without Lord Balaram, we cannot receive bhakti, Krishna in the heart. So then next day after Krishna's appearance is Prabhupada's appearance, which is even more important than Krishna's appearance. So some people may think, oops, what's that? What's she saying there? No, but without Prabhupada appearing in this world, how much would we know? All right, you may know, from your upbringing in India, Janmashtami, every Hindu celebrates Janmashtami, but the deeper understanding, the deeper siddhanta, of the goal of the Vedic literatures, that Prabhupada is re-established in the world, definitely. I'm preaching a lot in Hindu communities, in India, Nepal, Bangladesh, there's also quite a few Hindus. So I very clearly can see, without Prabhupada's books, the Hindu community of the world would be lost in ignorance, not knowing who to worship and who is who, who is Krishna, who is Vishnu, and the demigods. It's all a hodgepodge, for the Hindus actually. Yes. And only Prabhupada, by Prabhupada's mercy, we get some little understanding of what the goal of life is, to actually get out of here, to go home to the spiritual world. So without Prabhupada's appearance, we would all be lost in ignorance, So that's why Prabhupada's appearance is such an important festival. It's actually my favorite festival of the whole year, is Prabhupada's appearance, definitely. And we can say, it's also interesting, because on Janmashtami we stay up till midnight, when Krishna appeared, and usually next day everybody's a little tired, So Prabhupada's appearance is for the really serious ones, the really staunch devotees. They will still get up. I remember when I was here Brahmacharini in North Sydney, I didn't even sleep between Janmashtami and Prabhupada's appearance. I stayed up the whole night. Yes. I remember, because, everybody went home after midnight, and we just decorated the whole Vyasasan for Prabhupada's appearance festival. We made a whole flower house there. That took half the night. And then I was thinking, I may as well put my name down for doing the morning puja. I was doing the Mangaladi, dressing Big Radha Gokulananda were here at that time. So, yes, and I was just going through the whole day and night without resting, And then after Prabhupada's feast, I collapsed. But this was so nectar, and I was thinking to myself, well, the non-devotees, they often, celebrate the whole night through without taking rest. So why can't we do this at least once a year, Yes, and for many years I've been doing this, Now I'm getting a little older, so. But even now, I usually just take 4 or 5 hours maximum rest, and I get back and I decorate for Prabhupada, and this is also nice, Yes. Yes. So, therefore, please don't forget to celebrate Prabhupada's appearance in all, in all gorgeous opulence and. So, and then, that's not all. After Prabhupada's appearance comes Radhastami, Srimati Radharani's appearance. That's the most confidential appearance, because she embodies the highest level of pure love to Krishna. Yes, she is actually our real guru, because she teaches us all the secrets how to please Krishna. She knows more than anybody else. How to satisfy him, how to please him. She knows all the secrets. There's even this instruction in the Shastra that Radharani has to introduce us to Krishna. If Radharani says, Krishna, please, accept this devotee, then Krishna will accept. And Prabhupada says, no matter how foolish we may be. So that gives some hope, at least for me. No matter how foolish I am, if I can capture Radharani's merciful glance upon me, and if I can beg her to please introduce me to her Krishna, then we have a chance. Krishna listens to Radharani. So if she recommends, he will accept. So that's Radharani's position, So therefore, her appearance comes at the very end of all these festivals. It gradually, builds up, Yes. Yes, so and these festivals, if we actually celebrate them deeply, they can really give us a glimpse into the spiritual world. Because the amazing thing, can we close the door? It's so noisy out there. Yes, thank you. The amazing thing in the process of bhakti is that the process and the goal are the same. So the process we are engaging in, that we are chanting the holy name, we are hearing about Krishna, we are making all these beautiful arrangements for Krishna's pleasure, all that we will also do in the spiritual world, It is said, in the spiritual world, every word is a song, every step is a dance, every day is a festival. Yeah. Every day. Not only a few days here and there, but every day. So if we actually celebrate these festivals deeply, we can actually get some little glimpse into the spiritual world. And Vaishnava festivals are, of course, very different than mundane festivals. In mundane festivals, we want to enjoy. We see ourselves as the center, and it's all about my enjoyment, my fun, my pleasure, right? But the Vaishnava festivals, Krishna is in the center, and it's all about his enjoyment, Even Julan Yatra, we also like to swing, to sit on the swing. People often have in their garden some big thing there where they can sit and swing, So everybody of us knows that swinging, it's nice, it's fun, But how long can you enjoy it? Sooner or later you lose the taste, But swinging Krishna, giving him that pleasure of swinging, that gives real satisfaction. That gives so much more joy and bliss than sitting ourselves on the swing. To make that arrangement for the Lord's enjoyment. You see? So that's what Vaishnava festivals are all about. Actually, I always say, those devotees who really know the secret how to dive into the festivals, they will be serving. The serving is the secret. But those people who don't know that secret, they only come for the program. The real nectar is to dive into the service and to see, how can I be part of this? What can I do? Even if it's just cutting the vegetables in the kitchen or doing some decorations, it's already starting here, Or doing something with the flowers, some garlands, or fixing things, running around, carrying the buckets. It's nectar, That's the real joy, the serving. Just to sit in the program, all right, of course it's better than not coming at all, But the real pleasure is serving. Because that's what happens in the spiritual world every day. There's an unlimited amount of living entities, all serving in complete harmony and cooperation, all making the most sublime arrangements for the Lord's pleasure. That's what the mood is there. So if we ever want to go there, we have to cultivate that mood, that taste. Yes. And then we will realize, actually, why only one day having a festival? Why not every day? Just being non-stop absorbed in making all kinds of beautiful arrangements for the Lord. So that's basically what bhakti yoga is all about. That's why Prabhupada established deity worship. You probably all know these deities have a very famous history. Prabhupada was bringing them on his lap to Australia. And when he installed them, he made this comment. He was praying to Krishna, you please teach these malechas here how to worship you. Because when Prabhupada installed the deities, people were not qualified. They were very new in Krishna consciousness. They were not really so purified and qualified. But somehow Prabhupada installed especially Radha Krishna deities in so many parts of the world. Also the deities in Melbourne he installed, in New Zealand. I was recently in New Zealand, Auckland, very beautiful Radha Krishna deities also. Prabhupada installed them too, in so many parts of the world. He installed these Radha Krishna deities and simply hoped, that the devotees will be able to learn and become qualified to nicely worship them. And especially Radha Krishna deities have very high standard. There's so many offerings going on that people have to be Brahmin initiated to cook for them, to dress them, and garlands and so beautiful, So that's all happening also in the spiritual world. All these arrangements which are done there. Here we are bathing Krishna, feeding Krishna. Same things are going on in the spiritual world. So the more we can really dive into these festivals and get out of our comfort zone and think, okay, let me do something little extra for the Lord's pleasure. You know? If we have that mood, then we can feel there's something actually happening in our heart. Some bhakti is growing there. You know? Yes. Yes. Actually, there's a nice statement that Prabhupada made. I want to read this to you. Prabhupada said this in a letter in 1972. He said, the best way to maintain enthusiasm is by regularly chanting with the devotees together in the temple and by having festivals. So, you should immediately have one festival, Prabhupada instructs. Then everyone will be busily engaged. There are so many festivals that I can give you one for every day. That's what Prabhupada said. There's so many festivals, I can give you one for every day. You know? And it's a fact. When we look in the Vaishnava calendar, there is quite a few festivals which we often don't celebrate. For example, in June, I think usually it is, the Panihati chipped rice festival. Do you celebrate this here? No. See? This is a nice festival, Panihati chipped rice festival. Famous pastime, very beautiful from Chaitanya Charitamrita. There's so many instructions there. Where was I? I was in New Govardhan, and we were celebrating them there. They allowed me to give the class. And then we had some fun day there. We were doing some picnic, remembering, Panihati. And we had some sportive, fun activities there. Yeah, so all commemorating Panihati, Or like in Mayapur, they're celebrating Vasanta Panchami, first day in spring. Of course, it's not the same calendar like here, the same seasons. Vasanta Panchami is in January, February, sometime then, First day of spring. Very beautiful. Anybody has been in Mayapur for Vasanta Panchami? Nobody? Oh, so nice. You have to look on the internet. You will find some beautiful pictures. Radha Madhava all dressed in yellow. And they even have some yellow paste on their skin, They have this yellow hue, Very beautiful. And all the ladies in Mayapur wear yellow, Yes, it's so beautiful, very, very nicely decorated, and they have all some nice glittering stones on their dresses and everything in yellow. And then we also have Pushya Abhishek, that's in, a little later, 2-3 weeks after, or 2 weeks after Vasanta Panchami. Their flower Abhishek, the deities are drowning, flooding there in flower petals. Their flower outfit, oh yes, this flower outfit for big Radha Madhava in Mayapur. There's about 75 ladies staying up all night to make the flower dress for Radha Madhava and Astasakis, these big deities. This takes hours, and they have to be fresh, So they stay up the whole night. That's the spiritual world. And this is all coordinated, In the spiritual world, there's no chaos there. It's very coordinated. They're all groups and leaders, and everybody's assisting the assistants of the assistants, and it's all, very systematic and well coordinated to make the most pleasing arrangement for the Lord. There's not some separatism and everybody's doing their own thing there or something. Then you cannot make the most pleasing arrangement for the Lord. So for that you have to have complete cooperation and harmony. So, in these festivals in Mayapur, I'm usually apart from pandemic, I couldn't be there for 2 years, but usually I'm there for the last 30 years in that time of the year. So this is quite amazing, you imagine huge rooms, 75 ladies sitting there all with glue guns and making the flower outfit, and somebody is coordinating it all so it all matches, and it has to be all ready and by Mangaladi, and it's a whole thing, And I mean, with mundane eyes, we might think, my God, what's all this work? What for? Just so, the deities have some flower outfit there, so much endeavor, we would think, A person with mundane vision cannot even understand what's the purpose behind it all, what for, For their own pleasure, they would make so many arrangements. But for their lordship's pleasure, it's inconceivable for them, But that's the spiritual world. That's the mood in Goloka Vrindavan, So like in the spiritual world, there's two main things that are going on there. There's two main forms how the residents in the spiritual world offering their love and devotion, how they manifest it. This is first of all in cooking, right? Yes, Radharani, she always cooks. Can somebody close the door there? Radharani is always cooking for Krishna, all these delicacies, my God, yes. Yes, so the cooking is one way how all Krishna's associates offer their love and devotion. Because how can you offer love? You have to give it some packaging, Right? You have to give it some form, some shape, some packaging. So, cooking for Krishna, that's the main way how we offer our love and devotion. And I mean, we have this also, that experience in our family life. Mother's cooking, with mother's love. Her love goes into the cooking, and all the family members happily eat it, So that loving exchange we also have in this material world, So the cooking is one of the main things going on there in the spiritual world. And what's the second one? Anybody of you knows? Cooking and dressing, dancing, flowers. Yes, flower decorations. Oh, you can read about this in the Bhagavatam, 10th canto. How the decorations made from flowers, the jewelry made from flowers, Radharani likes them the most, and Krishna. And they make all kinds of decorations, earrings and all different mukut pieces, all made from flower petals. Krishna even has slippers made from flowers. Can you imagine? Slippers from flowers? Yes. And there's even pillows, bedsteads, blankets, everything made from flowers. Fresh flowers. Yeah, so there's a whole army of gopis, manjaris there. They all go and collect the flowers, and they all make the most beautiful arrangements for the divine couple to enjoy. Yes. So that's why we make here also garlands. The garland, this is the most simple version of jewelry made from flowers, But whoever has been to Vrindavan, there, Radha Shyama Sundara, they have all kinds of beautiful flower decorations, crowns made from flowers, and all different, anklets and all different decorations, Yes, they're the ladies. They're very expert in making all these beautiful things just from different flower petals, different colors, and. Yeah, so festivals, if we sincerely celebrate them, they really can give us some little glimpse. Oi, hush, Hare Krishna, hush. Somebody can quieten down these kids. Wait, don't argue over the Charnamrita. Oh, Krishna, Krishna. At least they're arguing over the Charnamrita. That's already something good, isn't it? Yes. So, I mean, that's what the festivals are all about. That it gives us an opportunity to really dive into all these different services and reading about the activities of the Lord who appears, hearing, reading, and really doing something for the Lord. At least what we can do is that we go out and buy a present, a birthday present, right? Yes. If we go to a birthday party, of course we don't come empty-handed, we bring a gift, right? So, this is also a really nice thing if we actually do this deeply. Not just formality, all right, let's get a bag of dal or something and here's the gift. But no, if we actually rack our brains and we think, what can we buy? For Balaram, Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, or for, Radha Govinath on Janmashtami, some nice jewelry, some nice earrings, some vases, that we think, we talk to the pujaris, they are the confidential personal associates and servants, so they know what the lordships need, So, and then we go out, we run around in the shops, look for the best thing. Shopping for Krishna is bliss. Shopping for myself, oh my God, I'm not so good at that, I lose very quickly my patience and, let's forget it, I don't need it, But shopping for Krishna, this is ecstasy, Going in all the shops, looking at something really beautiful and buying it and then offering it to the Lord with love and devotion, Yes. Or writing a birthday card. This is also a good thing to do on Krishna's birthday, Balaram's birthday, that we get a nice card, we glorify the Lord, or thank you for appearing in this world, and we glorify, we rededicate ourselves, this lifetime, I want to serve you, I want to give my life to you. Very purifying if we write such kind of cards. If we write such kind of cards to the Lord, and we put our heart into it, so you please try. You try these little things, at least a birthday card everybody can get and write, and a little gift. And maybe do something extra, ask the devotees what service I can do, not just come and sit in the program, but also do something. Do a little service, And then you will feel such deep satisfaction in your heart, actually, Or for those who are initiated, second initiated, so you can cook something for the Lord, Cook some little offering. Usually on their appearance days, we cook 108 offerings. Do you do that here in Sydney? Huh? What? You try. What standard do you have? Also not initiated devotees can cook? Second initiated. Because in some parts of the world they have it as a mercy day, where anybody can cook, as long as they have vegetarian kitchen, but I don't want to introduce anything here, so... But I mean, even if you don't cook anything, strictly speaking, if you follow the process of Krishna consciousness, at least you can make a little fruit salad or something, if it's without flame, without burning the, cooking. Oh. Okay, there you go. The Mercy Day is on Prabhupada's appearance. Whoever chants 16 rounds, you can cook something for Prabhupada. Sounds like nectar. Huh? Who of you has done this? Let me see. Who of you has cooked something for Prabhupada? Yeah, a few, but not so many. So, this year, your chance, cook something for Prabhupada. Try to ask the Prabhupada disciples what Prabhupada liked. I know he liked to cook kachoris, So get the recipe book out, make some nice kachoris for Prabhupada. Sandesh he really liked, make some fancy sandesh, When you serve like this, then in your heart some bhakti will develop, Yes. And you will develop a personal relationship with Prabhupada. Also, everybody should write a Vyasa Puja homage to Prabhupada, glorifying Srila Prabhupada. Let me ask, who is usually doing this? Who is writing a homage to Prabhupada? Oh my God, nobody. This can't be true. One person. 2 or 3 people. 4 people. Okay? So everybody in ISKCON should do this. Because Prabhupada is the founder Acharya. Actually, next Sunday, I'm down again for talking on the Sunday program, and I want to talk about Prabhupada and share a few very sweet stories about Prabhupada. Yes. Prabhupada is the most important personality for us in ISKCON, and we all have to be connected to Prabhupada. And if we sit down at least once a year before Prabhupada's appearance and we meditate how Prabhupada changed our life, Yes. And we express our gratitude to him. And we rededicate ourselves to serving his mission. If we actually meditate on this and put something down with pen and paper, then this will really deepen our relationship with Srila Prabhupada immensely. I remember I was brought up here like this when I was a young devotee. There were so many Prabhupada disciples in the temple coming regularly, and they were teaching us, you have to write some glorification of Prabhupada. So I've been doing this for the last 37 years. Yes, of course, I cannot imagine my life without it. How can you not glorify Prabhupada on his birthday and write something to him? Yeah. So, and if we do this, then we actually feel a strong connection with Prabhupada. I feel I have met Prabhupada, even though I haven't met him physically. I joined in 85, he left in 77. But I read so many books about Prabhupada's pastimes, and every year I've written a Vyasa Puja homage, so that really deepens the connection and the relationship, So we have to make some endeavor. And these festivals are the opportunity to make this endeavor, and to offer some glorification, some service, Okay, so the time is more or less up. I think I will not take any questions, but what I quickly want to do is I want to bring your kind attention to the books I published. And I just want to say a few little words about them because I will be out there on the book table. So here, The False Ego, Our Constant Companion and Troublemaker. Pretty good topic. False ego always gets into our way, pushes us to say and do things which we should better not say and do. And it has helped me a lot to detect how my false ego gets into my way. So maybe it will also be of some little use to you. And there's a whole chapter on chanting the holy name. How we are actually meant to chant so we can really get the benefit, which the holy name is carrying actually. Very important topics. Then the next one is sheltering relationships. This is all about the importance of having a mentor, a counselor. That just having a Diksha Guru is not enough guidance. We need somebody on a more regular basis who helps us to understand how we can step by step move forward. If we don't have that, then very easily we invite stagnation into our life. You know, we are not moving forward. We become stagnant. We remain in our comfort zone because, we like it there. But we are meant to get out of our comfort zone, to move forward, you know. Yes. And so there's a lot of good things in that book. There's also a chapter about envy, how envy manifests towards seniors, equals, juniors. Ooh, it's so subtle that we often don't even recognize it. So there's a few good and transformational topics in there. And spiritual culture, Krishna's divine system. This is all about the man-woman confusions. And I personally find it very fascinating how Krishna puts the right qualities in natures into the man's body and woman's body. Because according to his recommendation, they're actually meant to play certain roles. Of course, these days, it's all topsy-turvy, upside down, you know. But this is some good food for thought. Extremely helpful for married life, too. Yes, many people have given me this feedback how this book has saved their marriages even. So if you're interested in getting any of these books, I will be out there at the book table, so you please come and talk to me. Or if you just want to ask some questions, connect personally, I'll be available there for you. Okay, thank you so much for your kind attention. Srila Prabhupada ki, Samaveda Bhaktivinoda ki, Gaura Premanandi, Hare Hare Bom, Hare Krishna.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada.